To vote on polarity is to vote for system collapse. The law of polarity states, everything exists in pairs, and these pairs are not enemies. They define each other. They stabilize one another. They complete one another. Hot and cold are the same thing at different degrees, y'all. Order and chaos. Masculine and feminine. Justice and mercy. Authority and identity. Democrat and Republican. These are not contradictions. They are tensions that generate life. In nature, polarity is everywhere. Magnetic poles, positive, negative, day and night, expansion and contraction. Eliminate just one side, and you completely collapse the system. Spiritually, polarity is actually the path to wholeness, with integration being the goal. Extremes distort polarity's equilibrium, leaving us at and with no resolution. Research on polarization often describes once extremes take over, compromise completely becomes impossible. Perceptions distort, and everyone on the other side is seen as ... fill in the blank with something you wouldn't call your elders. Or just fill in the blank with something real bad. Real dusty, musty, crusty, fusty, wussy. The system locks into runaway escalation rather than resolution. Extremes don't just move us farther apart, y'all, they actually fundamentally warp the field of possibility, making the system extremely unstable and resolution-proof until something pulls it back toward the center or it breaks entirely. Partisan failure is polarity addiction. Raise your hand if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Let's see it in the audience. You have an addiction to polarization. I'm sorry to break it to you. That is why more and more we actually do find and see people are like, oh, I'm moderate. They're leaning more towards the middle because they don't have any extremes going on in their lives. They don't have an extreme issue with identity, which would be on the Democrat left side, and they don't have it, or they don't have an extreme issue with authority, which would be on the right-hand side, and control. So, yes, essentially all partisan failure is being addicted to a pole. Each side will absolutize one pole and treat that pole as moral truth. Each side will also demonize the opposite pole and call that pole evil and or other things thou shalt not mention. The left elevates empathy, identity, equity until structure and accountability dissolve. The right elevates order, authority, and individualism until compassion and communal care dissolve. Two different poles, same imbalance. When polarity is denied, it doesn't disappear, it mutates. Who likes mutation? Yeah. Mutation is chaos. Order without chaos becomes what? Tyranny. Chaos without order becomes what? Fragmentation. Now, true resolution requires rebuilding tolerance for the middle ranges of said polarities, not doubling down on any of the extremes. This is where a new architecture becomes essential. We don't want to erase polarity, but we do want to hold it stably with a SAN, symbiotic abundance network, We actually align with the law of polarity by integrating the polarities instead of choosing sides. Human intuition and AI logic, decentralization and coordination, freedom and responsibility, all held simultaneously through a symbiotic design. The eternal truth is, I want you to lean into this when I'm saying this. Lean in. Lean in. Polarity denied becomes pathology. It's a disease, guys. You don't defeat the opposite, you learn to hold it, or it holds you. To vote on polarity is to vote for system collapse. And that's on Bible.